Hey, what's up guys? I'm right here with Monster Gadgets. Today is Tuesday, March 12th, 2019, and this year is just flying by. I don't know where the time's going, but I'm glad I'm here. Today's Tuesday. Let's get this rolling. Alright guys, welcome back. Now that you've had a chance to take an up-close personal look at the DJI Ronin S, let's go ahead and get into how to properly assemble it and how to balance it. I know there's a ton of videos already on YouTube about this particular product. Unfortunately, I'm a bit late to the game. I've used other gimbals before, but not this particular one by DJI, and I just picked this up from Best Buy about 2 weeks ago. Have used it once in the field. I thought it worked pretty well. I've got another project that I've been working on this weekend that I'm going to be using it for. But this particular video, the reason I wanted to do this was because the instructions that come with it really, to me at least, aren't that clear. DJI has a video on their website. You guys can go check that out. I personally didn't like it. Sorry DJI, I love your product, but you could have done better in the video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to properly balance it from my standpoint and what I think is important. So before I keep blabbering on, let me grab the gimbal, show you how it's set up, and show you how it's done. Alright, so here it is. What do you guys think? It's properly set up. I've got my Canon 5D Mark IV on there currently, and as you can see, it is currently properly balanced. It's straight, it stays that way, and so right now it is set up to work. But let me show you how to properly do it. So I'm going to take this apart, and then I'm going to set it back up for you guys so you know how to do it on your own. Alright guys, so I basically took the camera off. I got rid of all the settings that I had on here to balance it, so that way you can go ahead and walk through it and I can show you how to properly balance it. I'm just going to go ahead and stand up so that way I can go ahead and properly access this. So a couple things. Number one, you've got your plate here, which the camera goes on top of. You've got this arm here, a motor here, and a motor here. So the first thing you want to do is move this plate out as far as you can. That way when you go to slide your camera on here, there's enough clearance for the camera. Oops, let me go this way. Enough clearance for the camera to not hit the side motor here. So I've already got it all the way out here. I'm going to go ahead and slide this plate onto the unit here, and once you slide it, you can, well, once you got it set, you can go ahead and tighten this lever here. That'll prevent this from moving left or right. So that way I've got clearance here between this motor arm, as you can see. So I'm good with that. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that. Once that's tightened, the key here is to basically get the camera balanced to where it doesn't fall forward or back like this. And what you want to do is you always want to hold on to the arm here, making sure that you're holding it in place. And with one hand, you can basically move the plate forward or backwards. Lightly let it go, see which way the camera is going. Right now the camera is going forward, which means I got to shift the weight back a little bit more. And if I slowly let go, camera is still going forward, a little bit more back, and looks like maybe a little bit too far back now. And that'll happen where it's going to kind of go back and forth. So you just got to find out where you can balance it, where it stays like this. So right now that looks pretty good. It's pointing forward. I'm gonna, oops. So let's do that again. And let's see, somewhere around here it was. Oh yeah, perfect. Take this lever, put it into lock position. That way it'll keep it there. There we go. And if I let go now, yes, I'm still holding this, but as you can see, now the camera basically stays facing forward. So step one is complete. We're gonna go ahead and go on to step number 2, which is to level it this way. So if it's, you wanna face it up, if it's facing straight up, that's great. If it's moving, then what you wanna do is you wanna take this lever and adjust it from here. So just, again, unlock it, you can move this up and down. So for example, if I have it here and I bring this up, and again, holding the lever here in place, this camera should face straight up. But if I let go, it's going forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this here a little bit, maybe around here. Again, keep it in place, see how it is. It's a little bit better, but we're gonna need a little bit more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust this again. About here. If I keep this here, does it say pointing up? Yes, it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock this in place. So now we've got two axes, I should say, leveled. This right here and this right here. The next one is for us to fix this one in the back. So now what we're gonna do is, if I let this go, guess what? It's shifting that way, right? So we wanna prevent that from happening. So this will be number 3. So this one, same thing, undo it. And we're gonna go ahead and shift this one way, see what happens. Still going that way. Let's go the other way and see if that makes it any better. Still going that way. Nope. So let's do it. Okay, is that any better? A little bit. Yeah, a little better than before. So let's keep going this way then. How's that? A little bit at a time. Voila. I'm not holding it. It's actually staying facing forward. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this up and see if it stays up as well. It does. Facing forward again, good. In between, good. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up. That means this is all set to go as well. So now we've got our first one, second one, third one done. We've got one more left, which is this bottom one down here. So even though this is all set, when we go to move this, we gotta check and see if it stays in place. As you can see, it's moving the minute I lift it. It should not do that. So if I tilt it, it should stay in place, which it's not. So let's go ahead and do this one. And same thing, we're just gonna mess around with it, move it back and forth and see if it stays in place. So if I tilt it, nope, still moving. A little bit better though, that's still kind of moving. Small little movements at a time, guys, will help balance this bad boy out. So let's go ahead and move it. Still doing it. All right. Let's adjust it here and see how it is. Ooh, look at that. Didn't really move a whole lot, did it? Just slightly more. Let's see if this works. So balance it, tilt it over, stays in place, right? There you go, you've got it done. Now all you gotta do is power this bad boy on, and let's see how it holds up. Oh, I love that chime. There you go, now it's facing forward. If I hold on to this bad boy, and look at that. It stays in place, right? Beautiful thing. All right, so there you have it. That's how it's done. Just keep in mind, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Those 4 axles, once you get them done, you're good to go. Obviously, the more practice you have, practice at home before you go out in the field, that way you're not fiddling with it too much. Again, I've only had this for 2 weeks, and I've put this together and balanced it twice. This was my 3rd time doing it, so it took roughly 5 minutes, I think, or 6 minutes to do it. And on camera. Obviously, if I'm doing it myself, I'm doing it much quicker, but you guys get the idea. So, all right, guys, hopefully you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. Don't forget about Tutorial Thursdays, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.